Hey everybody, welcome back. We're going to continue right now with foundational drumming. Last week we were working in French grip. We were doing the thumb and forefinger exercise. We were doing a 3-phase grip shift exercise, assessing how our hands are moving. As drummers, we want nice fluid motion around the kit. Got to have nice muscle memory, good muscle development, and control for this. Today we're going to continue with a few exercises. Today's exercise is going to be a flip grip exercise, and this is to evaluate your dominant weak hand. The reason I say dominant weak hand is because you cannot play as fast. You can't play faster than your weak hand. Okay, simple. I'm a righty drummer. My weak hand is my left hand. So I can't play faster than this hand. So what does that do to this hand? It inhibits my right hand. It inhibits my strong hand. So it in turn does make my good strong hand kind of a weak hand. But this is the dominant weak hand. This is the issue right here. So what we're going to do today, a few of the problems is we're just not used to using our weak hand as much as our right hand. I'm not getting into right brain, left brain, or anything like that. I'm talking about what you've been doing since you've been a little kid playing with crayons. It's always been about the right hand for me, or maybe the left hand for you. Anyway, I'm going to say right hand for conversation's sake. So my strong hand, my right hand, I've been favoring all my life. I brush my teeth with it. I turn keys with it. I unlock doors with it. I turn doorknobs with it. Open cans, open everything, do everything with it, okay? Even lead in drum playing. But if you first off start brushing your teeth with your weak hand, turning doorknobs, unlocking doors, you're going to start using your your left hand in ways that you normally don't. So you want to make it familiar with things that it's not familiar with. That's one thing you can do. But a really great exercise is called a reverse grip exercise or a flip grip exercise. So putting your arms at your side, coming up in a nice relaxed German position, okay? Sit here, tap it out a couple of times just so the sticks really rest and fall into place nice. Okay? In that position, flip your grip over. The first thing you want to do is look at your fingers. You want to make sure your fingers in your left hand mirror your fingers in your right hand. Okay? You want to make sure the stick is laying in the right place and it's sitting in the right place. The next thing you want to do is assess the motion. From this position, just move your right hand or your strong hand, your main hand, up and down a few times, and you will notice a nice straight motion with that hand, okay? Now, do that with your weak hand. Come up. I feel a whole lot of oddity in there and some strain in the muscle in there myself. Now, when I was 9 years old, I did fall out of a tree and break my wrist. So I'll attribute that. I'll take some of that into consideration and say I might have a slight issue with my left hand because of that. It's not an excuse for me. There's finger techniques, bounce, everything. I can get past that. But we still want to assess the movement of our wrists and understand them. So, once again, from a relaxed German position, just get the sticks in your hand, right? Turn your grip over, look at your fingers. Step 1, match your fingers up. Okay? Step 2, just a single bounce. Understand, look at your wrist, look at the motion it's making. Look at it. No bounce, no bounce. You're holding the stick tight. Not tight, but you're keeping your fingers rested on the stick. Just watch the motion of your wrist, the direction of the stick. Make sure it's not going like this. Make sure it's not going like this. You want it nice and straight from this position. Think, it's just your grip turned over. So it should still be pretty much the same. And then do the same thing with your weak hand. Do this every single day. A couple of minutes a day. Slow, slow, slow. Check it out. You don't even have to have a stick in your hand. Okay? You can just really start getting used to this odd motion with your hand upside down. Now what happens when you do this for a few minutes and you come back to your position, all of a sudden, your weak hand feels a lot better. And I just did that for about a minute and a half. Okay? Our second exercise is a continuation in the French grip. Okay? Last week we were bouncing with our thumb and forefinger and our hands open. This week our exercise is going to be going through each finger in a bounce. You're going to bounce with your thumb and forefinger. You're going to bounce now with your middle finger, okay, and your thumb and forefinger. Now, just your ring finger, then your pinky finger, okay? All right, so that's all you want to do. At the end of the video, we're going to have a close-up of each of these grip positions for you with the title and description underneath them. So make sure at the end of the video you watch it fully to the credits at the end, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So that's your next exercise. It's going to be again in the French grip, and just slowly, first your thumb and forefinger, thumb and middle, thumb and ring, thumb and pinky. Whole hand. That's our second exercise for today. Our third exercise is, we did the full grip. Our third exercise is going to be a finger technique to build up in German grip. Now, when you're playing in French grip, the fingers are not a problem. But when you come all the way into German grip, it gets really weird feeling. You know, you can't get that kind of motion out of it. That's why we have relaxed American, because you can kind of get, let's call it the best of both worlds, okay? But in German, to really build your fingers up in German so you can get that nice motion, just going, there's a really great tip, Dom Famulero tip, all right? Take your stick, bring it down here to about, right about here. You want to find a different fulcrum. Extend your arm out and practice just like this. Seriously, okay? Now, if you're having a problem with it, if the stick's too heavy, you know, you could choke back up on it a little bit. If the stick's too light, bring it forward. But find that nice balance point and work on this. Okay? So let's do a quick recap and we'll have the close-ups. Our first exercise was a flip grip exercise, which was turning your hands from a nice relaxed German position over, assessing your fingers, okay, and then assessing the direction of your bounce and working with that. That was exercise one. Our second exercise is in the French grip, and it's just bouncing between each finger nicely, okay? And take it slow. It's actually harder to do it slow. And your whole hand too. Okay? Then we had the German exercise to work on, well, the German grip exercise to work on our fingering here. And again, it's just holding the stick out about here. Actually, it's a little too far for me. Yep, it's good. The reason I put a stick underneath it is because, I mean, that's fine. It doesn't hurt or anything, and I can hear it, but you want a consistent tone in your stick. The same thing as when you're practicing on a pad. You don't want that shit. You shouldn't sound like that when you're practicing. It should just be, okay, your stick's going to resonate a nice way. Additional grip. The same thing. You know, you can open your hand, and that's your thumb and forefinger exercise in traditional grip. It's not thumb and forefinger. It's really just working on the bounce of your thumb, but that's how you would do it in traditional grip. Like I said, I predominantly play match grip, but I do like to play around in traditional grip because it's fun, it's tradition, it looks cool, and certain feels and techniques, you know, just feel right in traditional grip. So take these exercises to your pad set or your kit. Make sure you do your stretches every day, everybody. And thank you so much for Click and Play. I'm JS, and I will see you next week. Take care.